Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the Southern Ohio Sports Authority coverage of Ohio High School Volleyball Tournament action. Today, the Division III Regional Championship from Logan High School, the Adena Warriors taking on the Colts of Byesville, Meadowbrook. Mike Smith, Tom Beard, along with our producer, Dewey Daly. Our coverage brought to you by OhioHealth. Tom, this is where, you're among the final 8 teams in the state of Ohio for your division. So you're in some, that's why they call it the Elite 8, some elite company. And Adena and as well as Meadowbrook have identical 24-2 records. This is the day you show up or you go home.
Well, that's one thing for sure. You better show up today regardless which side of the net you're on because not a lot of time for mistakes. You can't lose focus. And, again, it's big. The Elite 8 is where it's all about. We've seen some teams coming out here that were probably as good as the state champions, and some of them were champions. But this is a great group, and 24-2, when you look at their losses, they've played some great teams.
Meadowbrook is looking for their first ever trip to the state Final Four in volleyball. They've not ever gotten out of the regional, but keep in mind, traditionally, Meadowbrook is a Division II team in volleyball. They went to 3 this year. Adena, they've been there 10 times trying to make their 11th trip to the Final Four. But from what we saw out of both of these 2 clubs on Thursday night in the semifinal, very tough Wheelersburg team that Adena had to get by. And after a really great start by Wheelersburg in that first set, Adena came back and won the next 3 in fairly close matches. You know, those scores of 20, 18, and 20, but they seemed a lot closer than even that. But Meadowbrook, even though they beat South Webster in 3 straight, remember the first one was 25-23, and in each one of those, South Webster had an early lead before Meadowbrook kind of kicked it into another gear.
Yeah, Meadowbrook got down in that first set 6-1, and South Webster was in control, and coach called timeout for Byesville. They got their head back on, and they settled out and won that first set. Whereas in Adena's case, they couldn't get their mind clear, I don't think, in that first set, and it took them to the second set to really calm themselves down to where they were playing the way they were capable. But again, this is where you don't want to lose focus, and we all know we do that from time to time. But at this level, you don't want to make a lot of mistakes.
We kind of referred to this the other night. We'll bring it up again as far as the statistics of these 2 teams. Probably when you look across the board, Meadowbrook has probably a little more firepower. They've got 5 or 6 kids that have 100 or more kills, where Adena only has about 3 that have that. So when you look across that front line of Meadowbrook, Taylor Sichna, also Camden Black, Megan DeVillas, Kendall Cannon, those kids were really putting the hammer on it the other night when they got into their groove.
Well, as you watch this game of volleyball, you look at the rotation. And when we watched these kids from Byesville play Thursday night, you didn't see a whole lot of weakness. You couldn't tell a whole lot of difference when one went out and the other came in. And, again, they've got good size. We didn't have the heights the other night, only for a few. And we got a full roster today to be able to look at that. But when you look at this team, they're 5'10", 5'9", 5'9", 5'8", 5'8". They've only got 4 people on the team that's shorter than 5'8", and they're 5'7" and 5'6". So they are a very well-balanced, very athletic team.
Probably Adena's best chance in a couple of areas. They've got to get blockers up there to challenge those hitters we just named, with the likes of Sydney Fogelsong, Brindley Preston, also both of the Burns girls, Katie as well as Hannah. They got to try to challenge some of those hits and at least get hands on it to slow it down. Secondly, South Webster had 10 serving aces against Meadowbrook the other night, plus, and on a number of other serving occasions, they had Meadowbrook a little bit out of system. We know Adena likes to serve tough. That's one way of trying to take those big hitters on the front row out of their game, is get them scrambling.
Well, and mentally it takes them out of the game as well. If you start throwing up aces, which the other night Adena had 9 aces, and whenever you do that, it's demoralizing because you're going to think, come on, we got to handle this serve a little bit better, and our serve receive's not where we'd like it to be. So when you look at that, I think that's where Adena really could have the edge, like you said. But that's an important part regardless which team you're talking about, serve, receive is always a big factor.
One of the two losses that Meadowbrook had this year was against the number 1 D3 team in the state in Mentor Lake Catholic. And so that's saying the kind of competition they went out and played. And Adena, one of their two losses, other than their conference loss to Southeastern, was against Division I Dublin Jerome, who eventually did lose in the Division I regional semifinals this past Thursday. Let's take a look at the principal players for both these clubs today. Again, both at 24-2. Adena, coached by Laura Smith, will go with Brenna Bossert, a 5'4 junior. Brenna McQuinnif, 5'6 senior. Carly Battle, a 5'5 senior. Eva Kruger, a 5'7 junior. Grace Townsend, 5'7 sophomore. Elena Rawlings, a 5'3 junior. Brooke Bossert, 5'4 junior. Katie Burns, 5'10 freshman. Sydney Fogelsong, a 6'1 senior. Hannah Burns, a 5'8 senior. Brinley Preston, a 5'11 junior. Caroline Corcoran, 5'10 junior. Corinne Day, a 5'11 sophomore. Haley Howard, a 5'6 junior. And Cameron Sowers, a 5'3 sophomore. For the Colts of Meadowbrook, Taylor Sitchna, 5'10 junior. Addison Wiggins, a 5'8 sophomore. Carly Launder, a 5'8 junior. Ella Jeffries, a 5'6 senior. Miley Arnold, their libero, she's a 5'8 senior. Mila Norman, a 5'7 senior. Camden Black, we'll hear that name a lot tonight, 5'9 senior. Megan DeVillas, a 5'10 senior. Kendall Cannon, another name you'll hear a lot, 5'10 senior. Avery Black, a 5'8 junior. Caitlin Heddy, a 5'7 senior. Journey Nicola, a 5'6 freshman. Addie Sitchna, a 5'8 freshman. And Katie Stoney, a 5'9 sophomore. Of course, the PA announcer will be doing lineup announcements of both clubs. We've got the national anthem out ahead of us, so we'll take a break. You're watching high school tournament volleyball on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth has to offer by visiting our website at SOSAOhio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's SOSAOhio.com for the best local sports coverage around.
Buying a car from the wrong dealership can leave a bad taste in your mouth.
Yuck!
But it's our mission at Glockner to make car buying a piece of cake.
Hooray!
Maybe it's our fast, friendly sales process, or that we don't play games with the numbers we show you. You'll get a detailed proposal with full disclosure on your purchase that makes sense. No tricks or hidden fees. Plus, stop by any Glockner location for a 15-minute KBB vehicle appraisal, and we'll give you big cash for your vehicle same day, even if you don't buy one from us. And for this month only, new and pre-owned vehicle buyers get their first oil change for free. That's piece of cake car buying. We make it easy at Glockner.com.
Mike Smith, Tom Beard back with you at Logan. Of course, we're getting ready for a regional championship volleyball match. This represents the only Southeast District team that's still left in volleyball tournament action. However, in some of the other sports, of course, the state cross-country championships are being run today. A number of our area athletes that's covered by SOSA participating in that. And also in soccer, Lynchburg Clay girls, they won the Division III regional championship here at Logan. That's just kind of behind us in the parking lot. They were a 1-0 winner. And later today, in fact, I think in just a few minutes, the Wheelersburg Pirates boys soccer team will be playing in the boys regional championship as well here at Logan. So hopefully we'll get some possible updates on that Wheelersburg Pirates boys soccer match here before we get off the air. But we wish the Pirates the best of luck in their soccer final today. Well, both teams just wrapping up their warm-ups before we get to the announcements of the players by the PA as well as the national anthem.
Tell you one thing about all these events going on and outside with the soccer and the cross country, couldn't ask for better weather.
Oh,
I mean, tell you, other than the fact we've been dry, no rain, But, boy, the weather this fall has been absolutely great. And so people can go and enjoy without having to worry about umbrellas and blankets.
I was at Jackson last night for their football game, and I kept commenting. I mean, there were actually people in short sleeve and shorts. And I said, this feels like a winter night in Florida. I think it was in the 60s, but it was indeed a beautiful night if you had to be outside or wanted to be outside watching some outdoor sports.
Yeah, some of our local sports here in the Southeast kind of finished up their football last night. So
I think Jackson, one of the few schools out of the Southeast that did advance. Of course, Paint Valley, Zane Trace, Washington Courthouse, they all lost last night. Now, Wheelersburg, they won big. Portsmouth lost. Ironton, which is in the Southeast District, they won big last night. And, there's a number of others we're probably missing, but you can find all of those scores on the website. Of all of the officials that are here tonight, of course, the judge on the stand, that's considered the number one official. The number two is down on the floor, but you have your line judges. I think the only one that I'm familiar with is a coaching legend. Used to be at Muskingum many, many years, and that is Coach Ziha. And she had a number of championship teams there over the years. And a few teams that got into the NCAA Division III tournament. He's one of the line judges, by the way. Everybody standing here as we're just about ready to get our national anthem. Had a chance to talk with the former AD here, Teresa Schulte. She's been a spectacular host here for many years. I said, I thought you retired. And she said, no, not yet. I'm just here helping the newbies out. Here's the national anthem coming up next. John McClain singing. John McClain, I believe they said he is the choir director here at Logan High School, and we heard him on Thursday night do the anthem, and another outstanding job.
Yeah, I tell you what, twice in a row, those are all A players on that stuff.
The public address announcer, we were talking with some other folks out in the lobby earlier tonight, and they said, that voice sounds so familiar, I can't place it. Well, last year when I was up here for the Westfall Adena final, I went over to him and I said, has anyone ever told you that you sound like Joe Zerhusen, who is the PA announcer for the Cincinnati Reds? And he said, I hear that all the time. But he does. He is the spitting image of Joe Z down in Cincinnati. Does a great job as well. And both teams lining up to be announced. Again, both of these clubs 24-2. The winner of this match will go to the state semifinals at the Wright State University Nutter Center. That'll be Thursday night at 6 o'clock against today's Coldwater Galleon winner. Independence, who Adena had to play in the state semi last year, they're in another bracket, so the team that actually won the Division III state championship, Liberty Benton, they went up to Division II this year. So that happens from time to time, just like we mentioned.
Right.
Meadowbrook coming from D2 down to Division III.
Well, sometimes the difference is maybe 4 or 5 students,
Right.
just enough to, and it runs around the other end too. It's just like Division IV. They may be close to Division III, or they could be way down in that division. But they got to break it off somewhere.
Good crowd on hand from Byesville. That's not a close trip by any means, and they are well represented here again tonight as they were on Thursday night. Adena's crowd, pretty much what I think we had here for them on Thursday night as well.
Tell you what, though, when you have the quality volleyball teams, both these teams have performed. But as we watched Byesville the other night, we enjoyed it. We enjoyed watching them, and they just they ran really, really smooth. But defensive changes, adjustments, Adena might have been able to see one place or another where they can maybe get an advantage or take an advantage. Those are the kind of things it's hard to say who's going to do what to who until you really get into the match. And but I feel confident that neither one of these teams are going to quit anytime early.
Now Adena, as you can see, being announced through the crowd. There's an extra player that you'll see on Adena's sideline. That is Adriana McFerrin. You're only allowed to have a certain number on the roster, but you can have, like an extra one on the bench. It just can't be on the roster of available players. So I think what she and Cameron Sowers, who played predominantly JV during the season, when they were called up at the tournament, they've been taking turns, wearing, being that extra, that person that can be on the playing roster.
Well, that's a good experience, just traveling with the team and just being in the atmosphere and environment of these games. You learn a lot. As we've all been told over the years, sometimes you learn more by watching versus talking. And but it's all part of the team concept. And whenever you can get those youngsters involved, regardless what it is, you need to do it.
If you've ever heard Jerry Lucas talk, which I have had the pleasure many times,
Yep.
Bobby Knight didn't play a whole lot at Ohio State, but he learned a lot by what you're talking about, sitting there and watching.
Well, and he had a pretty successful career.
Yeah, that's what I've been told. Except when he threw the chair that
Well,
time.
but
Yeah.
I think he could have done better with that. But the problem of it is he didn't want to throw the chairs that often. And I think if he had spent a little bit more time in the gym, concentrate a little bit more, he might have been able to get that chair and really sail it. But a few things, kind of like our friend Woody Hayes, you make a mistake here and there. And those are the things it seems that people do remember.
Yeah.
And but anyhow, great example of learning while listening and watching.
Adena will have the first serve to get this best 3 out of 5 underway. Brooke Bossert, who her twin Brenna is also on this team.
On my roster sheet today, I put Brooke up there at the top because she's active back here on those digs. And if you got to go down 7 numbers sometimes in the heat of it, it's kind of hard to follow that. So
Black on the serve receive. This out of the middle. Davila is dug up there by Kruger. Townsend going outside to Hannah Burns. Her tip is dug up by Launder. Now back row attack by Black, dug up by McQuinna. Out of the middle, Vogelsong, cross-court angle, dug up, but a tip back on the down ball by the Warriors there off of that attack. Now Vogelsong with a tip. That's dug up by Arnold. A tip. Both teams getting into the tipping game, and then the Warriors got a double contact with Townsend and Vogelsong converging. 1-0 Meadowbrook after a long rally.
Well, Hannah Burns made an effort there, but just didn't come up quite clean.
Launder with a serve, Bosser with a pass. Back setting for Hannah Burns. Cross court, dug up by Jeffries. Back setting for Black. And that's going to fall for a kill.
Yeah,
Black off the block.
Black had a terrific match the other night, and again, you look at front line, they're very skilled.
2-0 Meadowbrook to start set 1. Launder to serve. Carly was the one that got kind of shook up, hit her head on the court in that semifinal match, but good to see her back out there. Vogelsong down the line for Adena with a kill.
Good set that time. She placed it wherever she wanted to.
Makes it 2-1. Cuts the Meadowbrook lead to 1. Hannah Burns back to serve for the Warriors. Jump serve, and that is just out of bounds. Point Meadowbrook. Makes it 3-1 Colts. Now back to serve is Arnold. Miley Arnold, the libero. Burns with the pass. Townsend back setting Fogelsong. Swung, blocked in play by Meadowbrook. On the other side for Kruger. Dug up back there by Arnold. Now Black on the outside for the kill. Great shot there by Camden Black. That's her second kill. 4-1 Meadowbrook.
And she gets a good set. She really knows how to deliver.
Arnold again to serve. 4-1 Colts lead. Serve pass by McQuinnip. Townsend going outside to Kruger. Blocked in play by the Colts. Almost let it go to the floor there. Now outside Black with a roll shot kill. So Camden showing that she can not only hammer it, but throw that change up in there as well. 5-1 Meadowbrook.
Well, when you have the ability to hammer it like that, it makes it a lot easier for a finesse shot, and that's exactly what she did. Drop that thing in there. Little teardrop.
Long serving run here by Carly Launder. Going deep and out of bounds. Point Adena. 5-2. This will be Townsend going back for the Warriors. Katie Burns in on the front row for Adena. McQuinnip comes out. Cannon, Jeffries, and Black on the front row for the Colts. Deep serve, popped up by Launder. This will be a roll shot by Black going deep. Balsert with the dig. Outside to Kruger, cross court, out of bounds. Point, Meadowbrook, 6-2. Back to serve is Jeffries. Norman comes out, and 6-0 on the front row. Tough serve, popped up. Townsend has to go behind the 10-foot line to set it, and then a roll shot dug up back there by Launder. Nice play. Out of the middle, Fogelsong. Nice dig by Jeffries. Sitchner outside, dug up by Bossert. And that's going to be a lift. Townsend a little late getting to the setting position, and she lifted it. 7-2 Meadowbrook. Great start for the Colts. This is Jeffries to serve. Bossert with the pass. Back setting for Fogelsong. A roll shot. And that's going to be kept alive. And it comes back, and Fogelsong buries it.
Boy, she had the opportunity. They served that up perfectly, and she nailed it.
7-3 Meadowbrook. That's only the second kill for Adena, and both of them by Fogelsong. She comes out. Preston in on the front row. Carly battle to serve for the Warriors, trailing 7-3 in the opening set. Nice serve. Black up the target. Jeffries in the net. That'll be a point for Adena. That ball was so tight to the net that the setter really had not much of a play, and she got in the net. 7-4. Another serve by Battle. Another tough one. Black shanks it. That's an ace.
Wow.
7-5.
Battle middle that one.
Charlie has kind of like a knuckleball serve. There's not a lot of rotation on it. That thing dances all over the place just like a baseball knuckleball would. Cuts the Meadowbrook lead to 2, 7-5. That one goes long out of bounds. Point for Meadowbrook, 8-5. Colts. Going back to serve is Camden Black of Meadowbrook, leading 8-5. Kruger with the overhead pass. Outside attack by Preston. That's out of bounds long. 9-5 Meadowbrook. Number of Adena's hitting attacks going long here early. Outside is Katie Burns. Dug up back there by Black. Outside attack. Launder. And we got a whistle and a violation against Meadowbrook. Said one of their kids was in the net. I didn't see that.
Well, it's hard to follow that sometimes. Gets pretty close down there. The sidewalk's pretty narrow in that area.
So it cuts the Colts lead to 3 at 9-6, and Eva Kruger serving for the Warriors. Black on the pass. Jeffries back setting to Cannon. Down the line for the kill. Kendall with her first kill makes it 10-6 Colts.
Cannon's extremely strong, 5'10" senior, but she played really well on Thursday night.
Now Cannon on the back row to serve. Flat reception coming off that. Preston's attack dug up by Black off the block. Now Sitchna down the line, kept alive, Burns with a save. Jeffries outside, it goes to Launder, and she, well, hit it long, but the one line judge says it was blocked by an Adena player. That's a kill. So Launder gets the kill, makes it 11-6. Meadowbrook. Coach Smith asking which blocker contacted it, and I think they're trying to explain who, and she's satisfied.
You got to be satisfied.
You got to be. Not going to change it. Cannon with the reception, or a serve, that is. Now on the attack is Preston. Dug up by Cannon. Back row attack by Black. Bossett with the dig. Going outside to Burns, swinging away. Dug up again. Black back setting for Sitchna and a kill. She was kind of quiet in the Thursday match, but got a kill there. 12-6.
Nice pass, nice set. Again, defensively, this Byesville team's tough.
Cannon again with a serve. Shanked by Kruger. Adena has to free ball. Out of the middle. That's DeVillas, and she rocks it for the kill. Megan DeVillas, and Adena wants to talk about it. Timeout, Warriors, first set. Our score, Meadowbrook 13, Adena 6. You're listening and watching Ohio High School Tournament Volleyball on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.
At OhioHealth, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing OhioHealth provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to wish all the fall sports athletes a very safe and successful year. Good luck.
Mike Smith, Tom Beard, and our producer Dewey Daly back 13-6. Meadowbrook, they are rocking right now, folks. 7 kills out of the 13 points. Adena has only 2 kills. So that is obvious statistics that Meadowbrook is taking the attack of the Warriors and being successful. Pass on the serve received by Bossert. Going outside, Hannah Burns, swinging away. Dug up back there by Black. Launder, and a kill.
Tell you what, Black is very, very tough on that back line back there when she's in that back row. I mean, she has 5 digs already, but some of those have been really tough, but she's handling them very well.
14-6. Nice serve there by Cannon. Tight to the net. It goes over the net. Warriors keep it alive now. Hannah Burns swinging away. Dug up by Cannon. Outside Launder again. Blocked by the Warriors. That is Katie Burns and Preston on the block.
Well, that's where Adena's got to pick it up here, being down by 7. That time they controlled the net, and they've had a little problem with that so far.
14-7. Meadowbrook with a big lead here in the opening set. McQuinnif to serve for Adena. Black with the pass. Outside it goes. DeVillas with a rock and roll kill.
Tell you what, they play with an awful lot of confidence. But again, when you got a teammate that sets it up like that and puts you in a perfect position, you know it's your responsibility to finish, and these kids have been finishing.
Sitchna back to serve. 15-7 Meadowbrook. McQuinnif with the pass. That roll shot by Hannah Burns. Dug up by Black. Outside again. Blocked out of bounds by Adena. That'll be a kill for Launder. Launder didn't have that many kills on Thursday, but she's been a mainstay on the outside so far here in the opening set. 16-7 Meadowbrook. Hannah Burns swinging into the net. Point. Meadowbrook 17-7.
Adena's been back behind that 10-foot line most of this set so far, and they've got to bring that ball up and get in a position where they can become effective on defense.
Nice serve by Sitchna. Going outside again to Burns, and that is blocked. That might have been DeVillas again. 18-7 Meadowbrook. looking mighty sharp here in the opening set. Adena really has had no answer for it. Sitchna again with a serve. McQuinnip with the pass. Attack by Preston, blocked, and that's going to stay down. Point, Meadowbrook. 19-7, and Adena will call timeout. We'll hold it right here. Our coverage on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority brought to you by OhioHealth. Mike Smith and Tom Beard with you. 19-7. I really can't find a whole lot wrong with what Meadowbrook has been doing so far.
No, I think they've been in total control, and when they're playing as well as they're playing, again, as we mentioned earlier, Adena's finding themselves way back behind that 10-foot line, and you only get 3 opportunities, and if you start back there with the speed and the strength that this team has, it's hard to get it up here where you needed to score, and right now, Byesville's having their way. There's no question.
19-7, Meadowbrook over Adena here in this opening set. And Sitchna still serving for the Colts. She joined us late. Byesville Meadowbrook got out to huge leads early. I think 2-1 was as close as it's been. And they've just been stretching and extending that lead ever since. Ready to go. Taylor Sitchna with the serve and a 19-7 lead. McQuinnip with a nice pass up to Townsend. Back setting to Preston. Her tip dug up by Jeffries. Now they back set it to Launder. And that, I think, might have been attacked out of bounds. It'll be Adena's point.
I'll tell you one thing, though, when you look at Adena, they're a little passive on their kills. Mm-hmm. They've got to be more aggressive. Yeah. They've got to attack, and they're not really attacking like that was one of the few times they've had the opportunity. But instead of finesse shots, you got to run it down their throat, and you got to be a little tougher.
Black on the nice reception after backpedaling. Now on the other side, Launder kept alive there by Adena, but Townsend going up to play the second contact, stepped over the line. Point, Meadowbrook, 20-8 lead. This will be Launder to serve for the Colts. Bossert shanked that one. Vogelsong with a roll shot down the line for a kill. All 3 of Adena's kills have been Vogelsong.
Well, the senior has focused on the spots, and she's put it in 3 good locations. But she hasn't been in that rotation a lot in this first set, so they're going to have to get her more involved. Again, the 6'1 senior, she can play, but you got to give her the opportunity.
20-9 Colts. Burns with the serve, pass there, going outside to Black, blocked, out of bounds. Point, Meadowbrook. For Camden, that's Camden Black, that's her 4th kill. 21-9 Meadowbrook. Serving again is Arnold. Pass by Bossert. Townsend outside to Kruger. Dug up back there by Launder. Now outside Black. Steep cross-court shot for the kill. She's the real deal, folks.
Yeah, she's got five digs back there and that many kills, doesn't she?
5, yeah.
Yeah, 5 and 5. So that's pretty good in the first set.
22-9 Meadowbrook over Adena in the opening set. And that is going to be an ace. Yeah. Miscommunication between 2 receivers there.
Kind of talking to themselves a little bit there.
23-9. Meadowbrook just 2 points away from an opening set win, and convincing at that. Again, Arnold to serve. McQuinnip with the pass. Back setting for Vogelsong. She swings. Dug up by Norman. Outside Black. Dug by Burns. Roll shot by Townsend. Kept alive. Tipped over. Oop, that's set over the net by Townsend, and that was easy pickings for Black. Grace's set went over the net, and Camden said, I'll take care of that. Set point, 24-9. Arnold to serve. Bossert with a pass. Got away with a double probably there on that one. Black. Attack dug, or actually blocked in play by Adena. Townsend out of the middle. Vogelsong gets a kill. Her 4th, 24-10. And Townsend will go back to serve, but not before Katie Burns checks in on the front row for McQuinnip. 24-10, Meadowbrook in a runaway here in this opening set. Pass by Launder. Now Cannon blocked in play by the Warriors. This will be, well, that's a last-minute roll shot there by Fogelsong. Now Cannon rather, dug it, but it went out of bounds. Cannon with the kill, and Meadowbrook really flexing their muscle in set one, 25-10 over Adena. Stay tuned, set two is coming up. You're watching Ohio High School Tournament Volleyball, the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.
If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Parmar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Parmar has it. Download the Parmar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Parmar Rewards Card, too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
Mike Smith, Tom Beard, and our producer Dewey Daly back at Logan. Set two coming up after Meadowbrook spanks the Warriors 25-10. And like I said about midway, I haven't been seeing anything that Meadowbrook's doing wrong. It is all Meadowbrook.
Yeah, they've really been in control, and to make the adjustments again when you look at depth charts and the number of players that play in the game and how deep do they run and all that type of thing, you normally see some differences from the starting lineup versus as you rotate. We saw this the other night. There's not a whole lot of weaknesses in their rotation. And when you've got someone that's got the number of kills that Black has got, and then you look at the number of digs that she has, it's been really effective. You take players like that, and there's several that on this team, they play really well. So Adena's got their work cut out for them.
In that set, 14 team kills for Meadowbrook. They had 2 blocks for points, but Camden Black leading the way with 6. Adena only has 4 kills, and all of those from Sydney Fogelsong. Obviously, that has to change, or this is going to be a short day for Adena.
And the thing about it, we talked about serve receive and how important that is. When you see these kind of things happening, that even puts more pressure on the person that's making that serve because they realize these guys can handle it, and if we don't get a tough serve in, they show that they can pass and set the ball very well, and they've got the hammers up front to finish it off. So Adena's going to have to really, really be tough and maybe take some chances, be a little bit more aggressive.
Carly Launder will serve to start set 2 for the Colts, who have a 1-0 lead. And earlier today in soccer, Lynchburg Clay girls winning a regional championship, 1-0 over Grandview Heights. The Wheelersburg boys are playing for the regional Division III title, also here at Logan here this afternoon. In fact, that should be underway, I think. Good luck to the Pirates again on that one. This, as we said in the pregame, Adena represents the only Southeast District volleyball team left in any of the 4 divisions playing at the Elite 8 level. I think they're having trouble with the scoreboard, and that's what the holdup is right now.
Shutting it down and starting it back up again.
You remember when we were here for a match several years ago and the lights went out?
Yeah.
I think they stayed off for almost 5 or 10 minutes, but
I forget what that outage was all about, but I do remember.
I think it was windy that night, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, it's windy today. But we've been in the dark an awful lot of our life.
I've been told that.
We've learned to deal with that, but it takes a while to get adjusted.
We're underway in set 2. Back setting for Hannah Burns. Cross-court shot dug up there by Norman. Free ball by Meadowbrook.
No, we haven't heard that much.
Out of the middle, Fogelsong with a roll shot and a block right there by Davila. That's her 3rd block.
That's where she's going to have to finish, and that roll probably wasn't there. They had 2 blockers. She needs to hammer that when she gets that opportunity.
And that's an ace. Launder, 2-0 Meadowbrook.
That's her 2nd ace of the match.
That's exactly the start we had in set 1, 2-0 Meadowbrook. Launder again. And that's going to come back on a free ball by Adena. Tight to the net, tipped over by Jeffries. Brenny McQuinnif with the dig. Now Fogelsong with her 5th kill.
Well, again, if she hammered that one, that's what she has to do because those kids on the other side of that pretty strong.
2-1. Hannah Burns back to serve for the Warriors. Deep serve, and that kept alive by the Colts. They free ball over. McQuinneth shanked the pass, kept alive. Fogelsong on the roll. Blocked in play by Meadowbrook. Now a dig by Norman. Out of the middle to Villas, and a kill.
Tell you what, when this team gets that opportunity, again, a good pass, good set. That front line knows how to put it away.
3-1, Meadowbrook. That's 3 kills for DeVillas. Deep serve, McQuinneth with the pass. Townsend in the middle, roll shot by Fogelsong. Kept alive. This will be Black on the outside. Her shot dug up by Burns. Now Fogelsong out of the middle. Nice dig by Norman. And then Cannon on the attack for her 3rd kill. Great defense by the Colts. A lot of shots that Adena's used to going down for a kill. That's not happening today. Meadowbrook digging them up.
Norman with 8 digs here already early in this match.
A little slide action there by Fogelsong for the kill. And she has all 6 of Adena's kills, 4-2 the score. The Warriors have not been able to find any production anywhere but by Fogelsong so far. Townsend with a serve. Norman with the pass. Back setting for Black off the block and a kill. 7 kills for Black. 5-2 Meadowbrook. And let's see, this is Jeffries back to serve. Sichna goes up, comes into the match on the front row for the Meadowbrook Colts. Back setting for Fogelsong. She pulled it into the net. Point Meadowbrook, 6-2. Jeffries again to serve. Kruger with the pass. Townsend back setting Hannah Burns, and a back row attack. Finally a kill for somebody other than Fogelsong.
Well, Hannah Burns is a big part of this team, the senior, and she's got a lot of strength. She can hammer that ball like she just did. But like you said earlier, they got to get some people into the match here.
6-3 Meadowbrook. Carly Battle to serve, going deep, and that's an ace.
Wow.
They backed off of it, and Carly's knuckleball dropped right down in front of the back line. 6-4.
Her 2nd ace of the match.
Warrior senior, 1 of 4 on this club this year. They graduated 10 from last year.
Wow.
And there's another ace by Battle. 6-5.
We talked about putting pressure on that server back there. It doesn't seem to bother her right now. She's been pretty successful twice in a row.
6-5 Meadowbrook. Lead cut to 1. Battle again. Black keeps that one alive. Now Cannon with a roll shot. Popped up there by Preston. Back setting Katie Burns. Dug up back there by Launder. Now back set for Sichna. And a kill. Taylor Sichna with her 2nd kill. Meadowbrook up 7-5.
Sichna had that injury the other night. Some people thought it was a question mark whether she'd be out there today, but doesn't seem to be bothered.
Black to serve for Meadowbrook. Pass by Kruger. Kruger will get it back on the attack. Dug by Black. Outside Launder. Blocked. Out of bounds by Adena. Launder with a kill. That's Carly's 4th kill. 8-5 Meadowbrook. Black serving. Shanked by Bossard on the reception. Now outside Preston with a roll. Dug up there by Launder. Set was tight to the net there by Meadowbrook. The Warriors now on the attack. Kruger dug up by Launder. Pushed over. Dug up by Hannah Burns. Tipped by Kruger. Outside set for Launder. Dug up by Bossard. Out of the middle, Preston, attack. Dug up by Black. Wow. And it won't come back, so that won't count as they dig after all.
Tell you what, I think Tammy's going to be able to go to the next level, though. This girl can play, and that's her 8th dig to go along with her kills, but she's just very athletic and keeps her eye on the ball.
Meadowbrook lead cut to 2 again, 8-6. Now Kruger to serve for the Warriors. Launder with a pass. Back setting for Cannon with a kill. Got off the Warrior block.
Straight away hit her that time, and she's got an awful lot of power when she gets that opportunity.
9-6, Meadowbrook. Black, ace. That was coming high and hard, and Kruger shanked it out of bounds. 10-6, Meadowbrook.
That's Cannon's 1st ace of the match.
Coach Smith telling Eva, if you're having to reach that high, that deep, let it go. And then Cannon serves it in the net. Cuts the lead to 10-7. Brenna McQuinnif checks in for Katie Burns to serve. Again, Meadowbrook won the first set 25-10. Up 10-7 here in the second. McQuinnif with the serve. Nice one. Popped up by Launder. Outside to Villas. Dug up by Kruger. Hannah Burns pushes it over with two hands. The Villas plays it. Now back setting for Sichna, and she hits it in the net. Point for Adena, 10-8. Warriors down by 2 again.
Well, Dean had an opportunity that time to get their front line in the action, and they pobbled it a little bit.
McQuinnif with a deep serve. Launder with a pass. Out of the middle to Villas, and that's a kill. Glanced off the block. 11-8 Meadowbrook. And Sichna back to serve. 3-point Colts lead. Serving again. Nice pass by Bossert. Going to Hannah Burns. Black back there with the pass. Outside, Launder, cross-court kill. Carly Launder with 5 kills, 12-8 Meadowbrook. Sichna still serving, but not before the Warriors call timeout. You're watching Ohio High School Tournament Volleyball on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.
At OhioHealth, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing OhioHealth provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to wish all the fall sports athletes a very safe and successful year. Good luck.
Mike Smith and Tom Beard back with you. Just got an update on Wheelersburg soccer. Grandview Heights leading them 1-0. That's in boys Division III regional championship action. Sichner with a serve. 12-8 lead. Ball clicked off the top of the net. Outside, way out there. Burns didn't have much of an attack on it. That's Launder outside, and that is out of bounds long. Point Adena.
Tell you what, when they go after it, if they make any kind of a miscue, that ball is gone because they hit with an awful lot of power, and that ball was just a little bit long.
Vogelsong back on the front row. 12-9 Meadowbrook. Here's a little combination run there. Launder's dug up by the Warriors. Now Burns trying to go down the line, out of bounds.
Probably one of the few opportunities that Burns had where she could have put it away, and that time just a little anxious probably. Again, a lot of pressure when you get nailed like you did in that first set, and here down 13-9.
Launder with the serve. McQuinnif with the pass. Outside to Vogelsong, swinging, out of bounds. Point Meadowbrook, 14-9. 14-9 Colts. Launder again to serve. McQuinnif with the pass. Vogelsong hits a rocket to the back row for the kill. Her 7th, 14-10. Meadowbrook lead cut to 4 again. And thanks to all of our great sponsors here in the Southern Ohio Sports Authority for helping us do what we do. Without you, it would not be possible. Burns with the serve. Norman with the pass. Jeffries back setting for DeVillas, and that's off the Adena block for the kill. 5 kills for Megan DeVillas. 15-10 Meadowbrook. On the service, Miley Arnold. Deep serve, played up by McQuinnif. Outside, Kruger. Blocked by Cannon. It's Cannon's first solo block, 16-10.
Big target on that defensive side over there.
Again, another serve for Meadowbrook. Overpass on the reception. Outside to Black. Dug up by Bossert. Out of the middle, Vogelsong. Dug up again by Meadowbrook. Off the block, kept alive by the Warriors. Out of the middle, Fogelsong with a tip, and this time the changeup works for the kill. 16-11 Meadowbrook. That's 8 kills for Fogelsong. Townsend back to serve. Burns comes in on the front row for the Warriors. Townsend serving. Arnold with a pass. Little tip roll shot there by Meadowbrook. Now Kruger with a roll. Dug up by Arnold. Outside to Black. Dug by Bossert. Fogelsong. Roll shot kill.
That time caught him a little off balance, and Fogelsong was able to put that thing just beyond the 10-point line or 10-foot line, and no one was there. We haven't seen many of those.
16-12 Meadowbrook. Townsend to serve. That was 9 kills, by the way, for Fogelsong. Nice serve. Out of the middle, Black blocked in play by the Warriors, but kept alive by the Colts. Deep shot, out of bounds, long. Point Adena. 16-13.
Probably one of the most positive moves here for Adena, and brought it within 3 this late in the set, so they need to get something going.
Townsend again to serve. 16-13 Meadowbrook lead. Back setting for Black. Straight down the chute. Woo! Camden Black. I don't know if she's committed to any colleges or not, but if she hasn't, somebody better take a look at this young lady.
Who knows? She may be a better basketball player.
You never know.
She's a good-looking athlete, period, so she's showing what she can do in volleyball.
17-13 Meadowbrook. Little mix-up on who was going to take that one for the Warriors. Black outside again. Dug up, kept alive by Hannah Burns. Roll shot by Fogelsong. Dug up by Arnold. Back setting for Sitchna. Kept alive by Katie Burns. Now Fogelsong with another roll. Dug by Launder. Outside, Black for the kill. I really don't think Adena has an answer for that gal. 18-13.
Well, if it is, it's going to be in another chapter.
Yeah.
It's not going to be in the first set or up to this point in the second set.
5'9" senior right now with 9 kills for Meadowbrook. Going out, back setting for Fogelsong. Caught everybody off guard, and it falls for a kill.
Yeah, including her.
Yeah, she wasn't expecting it.
She said, there it was. Well, I better take advantage of this, and it worked out for her. Got the kill.
18-14 Meadowbrook. Carly Battle in the serve. That's 10 kills for Fogelsong. Another tough serve. Popped up. A nice pass by Black. Outside Cannon. Blocked in play by the Warriors. Now back setting for Sitchna. And that's a kill. 3 for Sitchna. 19-14 Meadowbrook. Battle comes out, and Bossert back in. Black to serve. Tight to the net, kept alive by the Warriors. Outside tip, blocked out of bounds by Katie Burns. Kill for Launder.
Katie, 5'11" freshman, really improved throughout the season.
20-14 Meadowbrook. Short serve by Black. Townsend outside to Preston. Kept alive by the Colts. Warriors now with a roll shot from Preston. Dug back there by Arnold, and a double contact on the second attempt there by Meadowbrook. Makes it 20-15. Colts lead. Eva Kruger to serve.
It's important here for Adena to score. If not, I think we'll have to call another timeout. Stop this train.
Back setting for Black. Blocked out of bounds. Adena's getting some hands on it, but they just can't steer it down into play. 5 for Cannon. 21-15 Meadowbrook. Cannon rather to serve. Outside attack by Burns, and it's blocked again by DeVillas. Timeout Adena. Meadowbrook up 1-0, and in set 2, Meadowbrook 22, Adena 15. Mike Smith and Tom Beard here at Logan. We'll hold it right here. Our coverage on Southern Ohio Sports Authority brought to you by OhioHealth. Very impressive performance here by Meadowbrook.
Yeah, and really, we talk about a few of the players because that's just what happens. but as a team effort, there's been very few mistakes made by Byesville Meadowbrook. I think they've handled it very well. Adena's trying to scratch her way back in here, but didn't find themselves down 7 here at 22-15. So it's tough to deal with. But you look at some of these players and the efforts they've made, pretty good stats.
I have to correct myself. I said earlier Adena is the only Southeast District team still in volleyball. That's not the case. New Lexington, they're playing right now in the Division II regional final. Didn't get a score on them, but yes, New Lexington is also still alive. Cannon with the serve. In the middle, well, set was too tight to the net, and Preston didn't have much of an opportunity to do anything with it. 23-15.
Not a lot of elevation to that one either.
And that one's an ace. That was Bullock coming back there at Eva Kruger. Set point at 24-15. Meadowbrook. Cannon again to serve. Preston swinging away. Blocked in play by the Colts. Outside, Hannah Burns with a roll shot. Kept alive. Now they push it down the line for the kill. Jeffries. And a big 25-15 win for Meadowbrook in set 2 after winning 25-10 in the opening set. A 2-0 lead for Meadowbrook, and now must win for Adena coming up on set 3. You're watching Ohio High School Tournament Volleyball in the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.
If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Parmar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Parmar has it. Download the Parmar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Parmar Rewards Card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
Mike Smith, Tom Beard, and our producer Dewey Daly. 25-10, 25-15 Meadowbrook. 2-0 lead. Adena now with their back to the wall. They must win 3 in a row to come out of here. And they got a big mountain to climb. Here's the stats for you so far. Camden Black with 9 kills for Meadowbrook, 6 for Carly Lavender, 5 apiece for DeVillas and Cannon, 3 for Sitchner and 1 for Jeffries. Adena, Sydney Fogelsong with 10, Hannah Burns and Brindley Preston with 1 each. Talk about depth there.
Oh, yeah, there's the depth that's really showed up. Looking at the digs, Black's leading his team with 12 digs. Norman right behind her with 8. And Londa right behind her, Carly, with 8. And for the aces, they have 4 team aces, 2 by Londa, Carly, and Kendall Cannon with 2. And looking at Adena, they're led by Brooke Bossert. She has 10 digs. And 6 by Eva Kruger. And on the serves, they have 3 aces, all by Carly Battle. So a lot more digs, obviously, on the Meadowbrook side. And Adena's got more than their work cut out for them.
I remember in 2011.
I do remember.
Bloom Carroll beat Adena in the first 2 sets about this badly. Adena came back to win the next 3 sets for the championship. And then I've seen Adena up 2-0 and lose the next 3 to Tusky Valley a few years back. So it ain't over yet, folks. But like I said, a high hill to climb for this Warriors team against a very tough Byesville Meadowbrook. Adena will serve first to get underway here in set 3, trailing 2-0. Adena, the last time they were really close in that second set was actually at 18-14.
Yeah, at one time I think they were 16.
20-15, right?
Yeah.
But pretty much control here by the Colts today. Here's the serve. It's out long by Brooke Bossert, 1-0, Meadowbrook.
And again, as this rope tightens, it makes it tougher and tougher. A lot more stress because you just got to really, do your very best. And sometimes that can cause some things to happen that you wouldn't normally may have happen. There's one.
Fogelsong with a roll shot kill. Ties it at 1. That's 11 for Fogelsong. And Hannah Burns will go back to serve. 1-1 tie here in set 3. Adena trailing 2-0. Tough serve, nice pass. Now coming on the outside, that's Black with the attack, dug up. Now Fogelsong with a swing, we have a whistle. Net violation called against the Colts, but the kill will still go to Fogelsong. Makes it 2-1 Adena. A rare lead for the Warriors. Nice serve. Going outside, Black swinging away for a kill. She hits that ball with such a steep angle, which means she's getting up there, folks.
Yeah, she's athletic. She got up in the air.
Camden Black with her 10th kill. 2-2 tie, and overpass by McQuinness. And right there to put it down is Kendall Cannon, with her 6th kill. 3-2 Meadowbrook.
Cannon 5'10". She's tough in that as a middle hitter there, and she did a nice job.
Serve coming up here. Now the Warriors on the offense. Kruger with a kill, tooled the blocker. First kill by Kruger.
Yeah, for Adena, they've got to get other people in the game, and it's really been tough on the offensive side to see them generate many kills except Fogelsong. So unless some of these other kids can pick it up, it makes it very, very tough.
3-3 tie. On the attack, this is Black, and that is off the block for the kill.
So as you mentioned a while ago, Adena's trying, and they're on that net, but they're not up in the air where they would like to be, and that ball carried them out of there.
Black with her 11th kill, 4-3 Meadowbrook. Hannah Burns on the reception. Outside, Fogelsong with a roll shot, dug up by the Colts. And then Cannon in the middle for the kill. 5-3 Meadowbrook. That's 7 kills for Kendall.
Tell you what, options are nice, and Biceville seems to have several options, and they're not afraid to go to anybody on that front line. They just give them a good set and go for it.
Jeffries with the serve. Back setting for Fogelsong. Cross court, and that's dug out of bounds. Fogelsong with her 13th kill. Jeffries lead to 5-4.
That was a good effort by her. That ball had some heat on it.
Carly Battle. Back to serve. You said Carly's got 3 aces.
She's got 3 aces thus far.
Battle again with a serve, going deep, out of bounds. 6-4 Meadowbrook. Well, you got to roll the dice, and
that's the position they're in.
It increases the probability of error when you do so. Black to serve. Kruger pops it up. Outside, Preston swinging away down the line, and it's outside the antenna. Point for Meadowbrook. 7-4, Colts. Black again to serve. That one goes wide out of bounds, so they turn it right back over to the Warriors on the side out. 7-5 Meadowbrook here in set 3. Meadowbrook up 2-0, 25-10 and 15 in the first 2 sets.
Tell you what, serve error, I'm not sure they've made many more than that one. They've been pretty effective on their serves.
Arnold on the pass. Black back setting for Cannon. Dug up back there by Kruger. Now Hannah Burns swinging cross court for the kill.
Yeah, Hannah's got to really step up for Adena. Hannah's a senior there that has all that ability, and they've got to put the ball in her hands.
Second kill for Hannah Burns makes it 7-6 Meadowbrook. Kruger serving again. Arnold with a pass. Jeffers out of the middle, and Sitchta with a kill.
She was kind of quiet on Thursday, but she's made some noise today.
4 kills. 8-6. Now Cannon back to serve. Kruger kept it alive, and again the set too tight to the net, and Hannah doesn't really have a chance on that one. 9-6.
Tough serve. She's clear back there on that back line. It could go on either way, but you got to play it.
Going out of the middle, and Preston hits it in the net. Hitting error for Adena. 10-6 Meadowbrook.
Sometimes in these situations, the legs get kind of rubbery. You know, you don't have the spring you maybe once had. It's just kind of a tough situation.
Overpass by the Warriors on the reception. And then Sitchner on the outside tools the blocker for her 5th kill. And Adena has to call timeout. set three. Meadowbrook up 2-0, and in set three, it's Meadowbrook 11, Adena 6. You're watching Ohio High School Tournament Volleyball on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.
Michelle and her dad. Decades of dares. 1 month of learning to jump. First day doing it solo. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at OhioHealth.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
11-6 Meadowbrook. Set three, up 2-0. Cannon still serving for the Colts. Warriors coming up on the attack. That's Preston off the block for her second kill of the match. 11-7.
Not had a lot of opportunities, but that way is far away from the net. She got a little bit of spring into it and was able to deliver. Katie Burns out, and coming in to serve will be McQuinna. Preston, Hannah Burns, and I believe it's Townsend on the front row for Adena. DeVillas, Sichna, Jeffries on the front row, and there's an ace for the Warriors. 11-8. McQuinniff with the ace serve, cuts it to 3, which is as close as the Warriors have been in a while in this set. Another tough serve. Pass there by Launder. Outside it goes, out of bounds on the attack by DeVillas. And the Warriors cut it to 2. Tell you what, that's a lot of momentum there. I mean, They haven't had a lot of opportunities where they got back-to-back success. And so serves so important.
11-9 Meadowbrook. Adena within 2. Another tough serve, but a nice pass. A back set and a roll shot by Sichna. Dug up by Townsend. McQuinniff out of the middle to Preston, and that is, I don't even know that came over the net.
No, I don't think it made it.
12-9. Meadowbrook back up by 3. Sichna with the serve. Bossert with a nice pass. Townsend going outside to Preston. Cross court, but it went out of bounds. Point Meadowbrook. 13-9. The Warriors better stop the bleeding right now. This could be out of reach. Burns outside shot and a kill. Third for Hannah Burns, 13-10.
Well, she's got a couple of those here in this set. And again, she's big and important for Adena. Big and important.
Vogelsong back in on the front row. Outside it goes to Villas. Off the block, kept alive by Burns. Now Burns with the attack, and that did not clear the net. 14-10, Meadowbrook. I think it looked like they were running a combination there where Burns had already committed, and the set was just a little off target to her. Townsend outside to Vogelsong, swinging away.
Wow.
Overpassed on the dig attempt, and then Townsend tries to put it down, dug up. Now Black with a roll shot. Dug up by Bossert. Outside, Hannah Burns, dug by Arnold. Black on the outside, off the block for the kill. Roll shot by Black, and it went off of Vogelsong's hand.
Opportunity there because of left side of that court was open over there had she been able to get a full hand on it, but not able to.
15-10 Meadowbrook, an overpass by Adena on the serve reception. Back set, kept alive by the Warriors. Now Burns with a roll shot. Dug up there by Launder. Going outside to Black. Kill. That's money in the bank out there, folks. 16-10 Meadowbrook. Launder again with a serve. Bossert with a pass. Burns coming up with the attack. Dug up there by Norman. Back setting for Cannon. Blocked in play by the Warriors. Now back out to Black. A roll shot, and that's a kill. Good job by Camden Black to disguise that and then change it up at the last minute.
Well, when you played as well as Byesville's played, the confidence level is about 3,000 feet high. And they just been able to really do what they want to do.
Vogelsong on the attack out of bounds. 18-10 Meadowbrook. Launder back to serve again. Vogelsong on the pass. Townsend takes it over, dug up by Norman. Black with the attack and a kill off the block. 15 for Black. Timeout Adena. Meadowbrook up 2-0. Set 3, Meadowbrook 19, Adena 10. You're watching Ohio High School Tournament Volleyball on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.
At OhioHealth, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing OhioHealth provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to wish all the fall sports athletes a very safe and successful year. Good luck.
Mike Smith and Tom Beard back with you. Just got an update at halftime. Grandview Heights leading Wheelersburg 1-0. That's in the boys Division III regional soccer final, also here at Logan. But right now, a runaway for Meadowbrook, 19-10 in the third set after winning 25-10 and 15 in the first two. And there's an ace, 20-10. And Meadowbrook 5 points away from the school's first ever Final Four appearance in volleyball. Vogelsong swinging, out of bounds, long. 21-10. Launder to serve. Tipped over by Townsend, dug up by Launder, but a bad second contact makes it 21-11.
Tell you what, when you look at Norman, she's not one of those up there, knocking the ball down the net, but she's got 11 digs. She's been extremely defensive-minded.
21-11 in set 3 for Meadowbrook. Tight to the net. And off the block is DeVillas for the kill. 22-11.
All you can do is be there and be present, but when that ball's got that much velocity, it's hard to keep it from coming over.
3 points away for the Colts. Miley Arnold to serve. Pass by McQuinness. Platform set for Vogelsong. Rolls it. Get it back. Comes over the net. Kruger with a kill. Second for Eva Kruger. 22-12. And Townsend back to serve for the Warriors. Meadowbrook trying for the sweep. Going outside, that is Cannon off the, I think the digger was the one that actually contacted that. So right. Cannon with a kill. I thought maybe it was the blocker at first, but the more I looked at it, I think it was the digger.
Yeah, I think it was probably going out of bounds even, but you can't take that chance. You got to play that ball.
Vogelsong, roll shot in the net, and it's match point. 24-12, Meadowbrook, match point. One more for a Final Four berth, and the Meadowbrook fans on their feet. Townsend set it over the net, and that's all. Meadowbrook, for the first time in school history, are headed to the volleyball state Final Four. As you can see, a big party down on court for the Colts. And well-deserved, applauding their teammates because, folks, this is an outstanding volleyball team. Our final in straight sets, Meadowbrook 25-10, 25-15, 25-12, ending the Warriors season at 24-3. Regional runner-up, Meadowbrook improves to 25-2, and they'll have the Coldwater Galleon winner Thursday night at 6 at Nutter Center in the state semifinal. We'll be back with some closing stats and comments. You are watching the Ohio High School Volleyball Tournaments on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth has to offer by visiting our website at SOSAOhio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's SOSAOhio.com for the best local sports coverage around.
Buying a car from the wrong dealership can leave a bad taste in your mouth.
Yuck!
But it's our mission at Glockner to make car buying a piece of cake.
Hooray!
Maybe it's our fast, friendly sales process, or that we don't play games with the numbers we show you. You'll get a detailed proposal with full disclosure on your purchase that makes sense. No tricks or hidden fees. Plus, stop by any Glockner location for a 15-minute KBB vehicle appraisal, and we'll give you big cash for your vehicle same day, even if you don't buy one from us. And for this month only, new and pre-owned vehicle buyers get their first oil change for free. That's piece of cake car buying. We make it easy at Glockner.com.
Mike Smith and Tom Baird, along with our producer Dewey Daly, back at Logan High School, where Meadowbrook makes quick work of the Warriors today in this Division III Regional Championship, 25-10, 25-15, 25-12. And Tom, again, it's just power and depth, and the Warriors just couldn't answer it today.
Yeah, and the thing about it, sometimes you got power, sometimes you got depth, but you got to have execution. And this team executed throughout this whole match. They played well on Thursday night, but they even played better today. And they just did the things they needed to do. And you walk away with what they're walking away with. But this will be a team to deal with. This team is tough. It's one of the toughest ones I can remember. And they'll be right there. But they got a lot of weapons to do a great job.
Go ahead and give your stats, and then I'll get to mine.
Well, we'll go to Adena first and give their stats. Brooke Brossard had 12 digs. The other digs was by Eva Kruger and by Hannah Burns. They had 7 apiece and 6 by Brenna McQuinnif. On their aces, they had 4 team aces. They had 3 by Carly Battle, senior, and Brenna McQuinnif had 1. Looking at Meadowbrook, Cammie Black, she had 12 digs. Mila Norman with 11, 9 by Miley Arnold, 8 by Carly Launder, and they had 5 team aces. They had 2 by Carly Launder, Kendall Canham with 2, and Taylor Sichna with 1.
On the offensive stats for Meadowbrook, let's see, 15 for Camden Black, 15 kills that is, 8 for Kendall Cannon, 6 apiece for Carly Launder and Megan DeVillas, 5 for Taylor Sichna, and let's see here, 1 for Ella Jeffrey. She's a setter. DeVillas also had 4 blocks on the day. Adena, Sydney Fogelsong, 13 kills, 3 for Hannah Burns, 2 apiece for Eva Kruger, and Brindley Preston. Burns and Preston with each a block. But again, the offensive weapons that Adena had taken pretty much out of the game because of the tidal wave attack that Meadowbrook had throughout the match. Any final thoughts?
It was not a tight match, but it was very good to see a team with that kind of talent and execute. And again, I think there'll be someone to deal with in the Final Four for sure. And Adena's had a great season. You win 24 matches and lose 3, and they're at a regional final runner-up. So they've had a great season. The 4 seniors that left there for Adena, heart sick, but that's the way it would normally make you feel. But again, a great season, and did a great job. And we can only hope that Byesville continues and represents Southeast in a big way and play the way we could see them play, because we saw back-to-back now, Thursday night and tonight. They don't seem to have a lot of weak spots.
Yeah, this Warrior club, they graduated 10 seniors off of that Final Four team last year. A lot of people didn't even think they would win the league this year, but they did that. and then get to the Elite Eight before bowing out. And just a salute to a couple of their seniors, Fogelsong and Hannah Burns. Those kids have really been in the shadow of a great senior class that Adena graduated last year, who played varsity ball for 4 years. Now, Fogelsong and Hannah were playing all those 4 years, but kind of were in the shadow, or 3 years for that senior class last year. But this year, they were the ones that led the charge that got them this far. So certainly a tip of the cap to those two seniors, along with the other seniors on the Warrior Club, which includes Carly Battle and also their back row play from Brenna McQuinna. So that's the way things wrap up here today. Again, a final score for the final time. Division III regional champs Meadowbrook over Adena, 25-10, 25-15, 25-12. Well, we'll hopefully see you sometime around basketball season, but until then, we're going to take a little bit of a break. Thanks to all of the great sponsors of Southern Ohio Sports Authority. You guys are the ones that make it possible for us to be here, as well as the football games that Dewey and Jacob and the gang had during the fall as well. So, final time for our producer, Dewey Daly. For Tom Beard, this is Mike Smith. You've been watching Ohio High School Tournament Volleyball on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.